I feel blessed, so blessed, because you're right here with me. You're standing with me. I feel blessed, so blessed, because you're right here with me. You're standing with me. Father, my friends betrayed me.
Stevie Face. Got a brand new vibe for y'all, man. Trust me. Today, ooh, baby. Yeah, man.
I feel blessed, so blessed, because you're right here with me. You're standing with me. I feel blessed, so blessed.
Go on, Bruce.
Because you're right here.
What up, Hope?
You're standing with me. Father, my friends betrayed me. My family forsake me. Thank you, Lord, for staying with me. Oh, yes. I felt like giving up because I had enough when I heard that little voice keep saying to me, it said, son, you're here to do my work. Sometimes it's gonna hurt, but keep that faith in me.
It's called I Feel Blessed.
Just keep that faith.
Stevie Face.
Yes, the stone, the build.
Homegrown G-Code from the road.
Shall be the head corners.
Yeah, I am.
But with me, you're not alone. I feel blessed, so blessed.
Ain't gonna lie, I feel mighty blessed.
You're right here with me.
Hope you all do too.
You're standing with me. I feel blessed, so blessed, because you're right here with me. You're standing with me, Father. Oh, standing here with me. Oh, yeah. Never leave me.
So yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, I got something special for you. What up, Raya? How you doing? I got something special. Got some brand new joints I got to drop on you today. What Mr. Special Things? Joanna Marie, what's poppin'? I got something special I got to drop for the massive, all right?
Public
somewhat of a premiere, world premiere to start the evening.
Assassination.
Something I think is mighty dope. And y'all need to hear this, all right? So this is how we're starting things off. So is that walk on? Marcia, how you?
Be the head corner.
Yeah, baby.
But with me, you're not.
Y'all ready?
Oh, yeah. I know. Oh, you can call Mrs. Johnson. Mrs. Johnson.
Robert Upting.
The kids for a day or two. Take the early flight to Florida. Oh, yeah. Just the way that you used to do. Have room service, bring you breakfast. Make love all through the day. Yeah. If you're not back in love by Monday, then you can go your separate ways.
Hey, Teresa.
Oh, if you're not back in love by Monday, you can't say you didn't try. But before you bury your love, just make sure you let it die. Sleep a few nights together. Say the things you used to say.
Brand spanking new Suzanne Sultry. It ain't out yet.
If you're not back in love by Monday, oh baby, you just go your separate way. Oh yeah, I know.
Hey Kiki, I like it.
You can call Mrs. Johnson, Mrs. Johnson, to keep the kids for a day or two. Take the early flight to Florida. Oh, yeah, just the way that you used to do. Have room service, bring you breakfast. Make love all through the day. Yeah. If you're not back in love by Monday,
That's what, you know what I mean? Getting out of hard drive.
then you can go
My Russian connects.
away.
Vladimir the thing. I guess what?
If you're not back in love by Monday,
If you ain't with me by Monday,
you can't say you didn't try. But before you bury your love, just make sure you let it die. Sleep a few nights together.
You're listening to Homegrown with G. Cole. He's got a heart of gold.
Used to say, if you're not back in love,
Large up Echo Slim.
then,
Walk on, bro.
oh baby, you just go your separate way. You can find a little cafe with a funny sounding name. Get the corner by the window, corner by the window, to leave me love him once again. If the disco DJ's still there, gonna dance till the break of day.
Feels right, don't it?
If you're not back in love by Monday, and you go your separate way, believe me, baby.
It's your boys, Blackavelli Sorted from London, UK. Touchdown in Montego Bay, heading to Ocherias, to the curls and turns of Fern Gully, to the green hills of Walker's Hood. One DJ, G. Cole, with a homegrown show. Hey, G. Cole, you smashing it.
By Monday, you can sing, stand and try. No, you can't. But before you bury your love.
So, ladies and gentlemen, here's the deal. Here's the deal for the grown and sexy folks, all right? For the grown folks. You know how to think already. We had to Vladimir the hard drive. Trump could do it. I could do it too. I got my Russian connects. I called my man V. I was like, yo, V, get in the hard drive, do what we got to do, all right? He said, I know nothing. I do this all the time, all right? So, went in there and so the thing, you know what I mean? So the thing goes. So we got to get this one, all right? Got to get this one in so we can drop it for the masses. But here's the deal now. For those people who love the dancehall thing, you know, I want to say dancehall thing. I'm not talking about genres of music. I'm talking about place. All right? So those people who, close your eyes and go with me. Fellas, Guinness in the hand if I that you're drinking, you know. You know what I mean? Red Stripe if I that you're drinking. No, not sexy beer thing. No sexy thing, you know. All right? No Coronas, no Modelos. No. I talk about either Guinness or Red Stripe. Option A, option B. All right? You know the back of the dance. Tune a bump. Bassline a kick. Zinc fence thing. Right? With a nice, you know what I mean? Nice, you know what I mean? Nothing maga either. I mean, I talk about 250 plus, you know. All right. No young girl name. All right. No Allisons, no Ashleys. You know what I'm saying? If she no name Mitzi, if she no name Marcia, if she no name Annette, we ain't got nothing to do with that. All right. That's what I'm talking about. So visualize with me. Take it there with me. All right. We can smell the jerk chicken off us. We can smell the soup over us, corn man over us, herbs man over us. So the thing said. And you pull her a little bit closer and Mitzi. And Mitzi said, what with that? I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's where we out with it. And she said, yo, I want to dance. I said, all right, cool. Now where the tune now? So we me about the tune. We got you, baby. And at this drop. I ate this.
Yeah,
I ate this.
I know. You can call me Mrs. Johnson.
Hey, Annie.
Mrs. Johnson. To keep the kids for a day or two. Take the early flight to Florida.
Large up, Sean. Deep River.
Just the way that you used to do. Have room service, bring you breakfast.
Walkers will say.
Make love all through the day. Yeah. If you're not back in love by Monday, then you can go your separate way. Oh, if you're not back in love by Monday, you can't say you didn't try.
Hey, Rebecca.
But before you bury your love, just make sure you let it die. Sleep a few nights together. Say the things you used to say. If you're not back in love by Monday,
What up, Nolan?
oh baby, you just go your separate way. You can find a little cafe
Who's at Bambalan? Who's at James Avenue?
with a funny sounding name.
Who's at Roof Club? Who's at Liquor Pub?
Get the corner by the window, corner by the window. So let me love them once again. If the disco DJ's still there, gonna dance till the break of day. If you're not back in love by Monday, can you go your separate way? Believe me, baby.
Fix Star. Hopefully we're pronouncing that right. It's that big tune, I'm not telling a lie, ladies and gentlemen. If you ain't back in love by Monday,
You're not back in love by Monday.
not Tuesday, not Wednesday, not Thursday.
You can say it and try.
Monday, may I get to midnight.
But before you bury your love, make sure, you better make sure you let it die. Let it die. Go on, sleep a few more nights together. Yeah, say the things you used to say. Just say it, baby. You're not back in love by Monday. You can go your separate way. Go on, yeah. You can go your separate way.
Lots of Trinity Masses. The Bahamas is rocking.
Your separate.
New York is here. Orlando is here. Tampa's here.
It's best to go your separate way.
Let me explain something real big and serious. You know, listen to them tune. That's what I'm saying. Big people thing, you know. Big people thing. It takes a certain amount of confidence, a certain amount of bravado, right? A certain amount of gusto, you know what I mean? Testicular fortitude. You know what I'm saying? For you to get up and be like, yo, hear me, you know? Hear me. Monday. You know what I mean? Today is Saturday. I'm gonna give you Sunday to chill out. But if you're back here in love by Monday, you know what I mean? Got Trevor, Steven, all kind of name a rare wait at the wings. You know what I mean? Or if a man say, yo, baby, let me tell you something. If you ain't back here by Monday, I'm just saying, Keisha's waiting, you know what I mean? And you know, Keisha, you know, Keisha, you know, Keish, you know what I mean? You know what? You know, you know, Keish, all right? Back in love by Monday.
Oh, yeah.
You better act right.
I know.
Act right before I step.
You can call Mrs. Johnson.
John, no stop.
Johnson. To keep the kids for a day or two. Take the early flight to Florida. yeah, just the way that you used to do. Have room service, bring you breakfast.
Go on, Gary. Lots of my YouTube fam.
All through the day.
Brand spanking new Susan Sultry.
If you're not back in love by Monday,
It's the pre-release, baby.
then you can go your separate way. Oh, if you're not back in love by Monday,
If you're not there, you know.
you can't say you didn't try. But before you bury your love, just make sure you let it die.
Let you, Katie.
Sleep a few nights together. Say the things you used to say. If you're not back in love by Monday,
Not Tuesday now. Not Wednesday.
you just go your separate way. You can
This is Wayne Wonder saying J Code, legal businessman. Bang, bang, boom.
I me say this a protege, eh? Homegrown with G Cola, what you say, eh? We make them know what reggae music we a play, eh? Hey, this is Protege, the one and only representing for G Cole, you know. Check it. Ease out.
And we said them not got no style like we. G Cole, them not got no style like we. None of them no wicked, no wild like we. Accurate. Kabaka Pyramid representing for the #1 selector and radio host. It's all about G Cole. Keep it locked. Accurate.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl, Kali. I'm hanging out with your boy, G Cole, on the Homegrown Show.
Yes. Welcome one and all. It is Homegrown with G Cole coming to the Massive Crew live. What's up, y'all? I hope y'all having a great day, man, just like I am. Hey, EK, how's it going? Again, thank you all so much. All right. There's so much things you could be doing, so many other places you could be, but you're rocking out with us right here, and I appreciate it. All right. I appreciate it big time. Gotta, of course, take a minute. As always, big up who forget big up. Large up who forget large up. Bless up who forget bless up. Show some gratitude, some appreciation, some respect. All right. To all my essential people, all those people on the front lines doing it for us, making it happen, keeping us safe. All right. Corona is out here still going rampant, and some people taking it for granted. But guess what? We got some folks out here doing it, making sure we straight. So big up all my nurses, all my doctors, all my paramedics, my first responders, firefighters, all those people working in emergency rooms. Appreciate y'all. Radiology people, appreciate y'all. All right. Appreciate y'all big time, big time. Pediatrics, I appreciate y'all. All right. Kids coming in, it's tough. It's tough. All right. All the mental health professionals, big up. Much love, much respect. We appreciate y'all. Teachers, all the educators. All right. I appreciate y'all. Pharmacists, retail professionals that help keep us sane. Because you know something, we need that retail therapy sometimes. Some people lose their mind if they can't just go here and that. You know what I'm saying? So we want to big up everybody. Big up those people at the post office, all those courier services that make sure that my packages get here on time. I need that. All right. So much love, much respect. I appreciate y'all. Everybody in the airports making sure we good. I say it over and over and over. I feel more comfortable right now in an airport on an airplane than I feel in the supermarket. So thank you all so much for doing what you do. Thank you. Much love. All right. We got a special show for y'all today. Hey, Annette, how you doing? Big up the Massive Crew in Canada. All right. Again, big up my Jersey Massive, New York, Connecticut's rocking out with us right about now. The whole tri-state area. All right. Much love. I see Atlanta rocking out with us too. All right. Ghana's with us. I appreciate y'all, man. Means a lot. Means a lot. Take a minute to tell your friends to tell their friends to join us right here because there's a dope conversation coming your way. All right. Coming your way. Special guest. I call him the young veteran, right? Doing this for a long time. Dropping hits for a long time. All right. If you got classics under your belt, young veteran, I call you. You know what I'm saying? Young veteran. We're talking about singer, songwriter, producer, Kashief Lindo. All right. Singer, songwriter, producer, Kashief Lindo. All right. Y'all know the hits. Y'all know the legendary stuff. Right. And of course, you might know him as the son of the legendary producer, songwriter, musician, Mr. Willie Lindo. But again, we're just dropping that for resume's sake, right? For the bio's sake. But truth be told, this gentleman, special artist indeed on his own merit. You know what I'm saying? Again, singer, songwriter, our producer Kashief Lindo is rocking with us today. We got some stuff for you, man. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. So again, take a minute to tell your friends, to tell their friends to join us right here. It is Homegrown with G Cole. Listen up, everybody over there in Amsterdam, locked in right about now. I got you. I appreciate y'all big time. All right, Radio Land, thank you. For those people watching live, thank you. All right, appreciate you. All right, those people watching on Jamaicans.com. That's Facebook.com/One Love Jamaica. All those people watching on the Homegrown with G Cole page, that's Facebook.com/My G Cole. All right, again, we got some vibes coming your way. We got some vibes coming your way. And as a matter of fact, you know what? I'm gonna do something. I know you know. I know you know. I know you know. But we're gonna special up the thing a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. You know what I mean? Yeah, a little squeeze, a little piece, a little this, a little that. So you know what we're talking about. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, we got a nice convo coming your way. Stick and stay. Tell your friends to join us right here. Right here. All right? That's all you're getting, ladies and gentlemen. Or maybe we what you maybe. Oh, I love you, baby. You got iTunes, you got Spotify, you got them all. I'm just saying, go get your thing, all right? Get yours, I got mine. It is what it is. But guess what? Brand spanking new album in stores right now also. So the album is called Love On, all right? And we're squeezing, we're easing, and we're squeezing, we're easing, and we're squeezing. Can't run away from just me. From G Cole. Run away from your heart. As soon as you make the start, he's fading brand new. I hit that. Ladies and gentlemen, guess what? We're gonna get some music in a minute. All right. Western Wall going. Listen, like I said, I Vladimir these hard drives. I get my stuff. You go get yours. It's available. iTunes, Spotify, wherever you listen to your music, it dead it. But guess what? We're rolling into a convo right about now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we bring into the forefront the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Kashief Lindo. Kashief, how you going?
Yo, everything blessed. How are you, man?
I'm not as good as you. I ain't got no new albums in the street, but I'm all right. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. It's all good. I saw the thing. No, I'm good. I can't complain, bro. I really cannot complain.
Cool.
Love On. Love On. Love On is in the streets right now. Let me say this to you, right? Because you don't know if to do it. We gotta do it properly, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I did the research, and word is, you can correct me. Some years ago, on a rainy night in Kingston, Jamaica, when the roads were blocked, right? And there was no way to get to a hospital. You were born in a vocal booth, right? That's a word on the street, right? Now, vocal booth. And your parents said, it's a boy, and we shall name him Kashief, right? Is that really how it goes?
No.
I know something up.
No.
Damn. Google. You can't trust the internet, man.
Not with everything, no. No.
So you weren't born in a vocal booth. We're gonna clarify that, or that's not what they said. Was it you clarify?
No, it wasn't in a booth. It was actually in a hospital, I believe. In a hospital, you know.
Yeah.
In Jamaica.
If your memory serves you correct, right?
Yeah, man. I can remember that what they told me, you know.
Right.
So
listen, bro, let me tell you something. I said this to people all the time. And you're an avid sports fan, basketball fan, so you can relate in this regard. A lot of times, because some of our favorite talent came out early, the Kobe's, the LeBrons, whomever, the KGs came out from high school. A lot of times, 3, 4, 5 rings in, we don't realize how young they are because of how early they started. You know what I'm saying? And I think that is something similar with you. So before we even go in too deep, I got something I'm gonna splash for the masses, all right? And I want to get them a little piece of this. So just hold tight and we getting in because I gotta talk to you about that thing. Ladies and gentlemen, let's look at this.
Oh! Oh!
Run it!
Oh man. Wow. Wow. Oh man. Woo.
Got your letter from the postman just the other day. So I decided to write you this song. And just to let
Just to let
you
you
know
know.
exactly the way I feel. Let you know my love's for real. Because I love you. And I'll do anything. I'll
Man.
give you my heart, my everything. Because I love you. I'll be right by your side. To be your light, to be your guide. If you should think that I don't really care, that you're starting to start.
Oh, wow.
Just let me reassure you that you can count on me. That I'll always be around. Because I love you. My heart's an open door. Girl, won't you please come on in? Because I love you. I'll be right by your side.
Young Kashief Lindo, ladies and gentlemen. Young, when I say young, I mean a young Kashief Lindo. Listen, 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 listen. Kashief, let me tell you something. There's nothing more weird and embarrassing than when your parents pull up the baby pictures, right? Like, like when you
This falls in that same bracket.
I figured.
But I
Amazingly enough,
appreciate love it. I appreciate love it though.
you know, I have one question. The first question I'm gonna ask you about, right? Why you
Mhm.
gotta take the shirt off, man? Why you have to take the shirt off? It's not like you eased up or nothing like that. So talk to me a little bit about the whole shirt situation in there because you were fully and you took the shirt out. Talk to us. The massive one, I know.
Boy, I can't even explain that. It's just a vibe. It wasn't premeditated or nothing like that. I just took off the shirt.
You know, the
It's simple as
chain
that.
did it. I don't know, Kashif. The chain did it. You know what I mean? The yellow undershirt. That was you can't tell me something premeditated. That's
No,
I'm just
it
I'm
wasn't.
just
It wasn't. It wasn't.
it
I.
was
It was just the energy I was receiving from the ladies, man.
mad, mad, mad. I love it.
Hey.
I don't know how many people have ever said this to you regarding you have a healthy catalog, right? And some songs
Mhm.
that did major damage on charts and stuff like that internationally and locally and internationally. That's my favorite Kashief Linda tune. You know? How many people have said that? Have ever said that?
Really?
Yeah.
Wait. Because I love you. That's
Yep.
all.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
There's
I
something
need.
about there's a purity in that song. And I'm not talking about
Mm-hmm.
just overall when I first heard that song. There's a purity
Mm-hmm.
in that song. Has anybody else ever said to you that's their favorite joint?
I heard someone said it a long time ago, and this is the first I've heard someone say this to me. They said that they came up to me and said, say you that song you because I love you. It saved my marriage, I didn't know how to respond to that. I was like, it saved your marriage? I was like, wow. I was like, okay. I was like, that's a good thing, you
Wow.
know? But you're the second or third I heard say that because when I did the show in Japan in '94, they told me I had to sing that song.
Oh.
They
So it
didn't
wasn't
say,
an option,
Kashif, can you? No, no, it wasn't an option. I had to.
right?
And if you were there with me when I was there,
Mhm.
they're literally singing word for
Wow.
word
Wow.
for word. I mean, unbelievable, man.
Wow. I can't imagine. And you mentioned, especially we culturally speaking, our people love what clapping at the dance hall, and there's a certain groove that we go with.
Mhm.
You can tell when you hear a certain song, when you heard First Cut and songs like those, say we don't know what's going to be a hit, but say, wow, the dance
Right.
hall of the light. It's not just because of the groove, right?
Right.
But when you go overseas in different places in the world, and this is something that I think like reggae fans as well as reggae artists, especially those on the rise, need to know, different songs connect. Like you said, you would have had no idea that that's the song that those people wanted to
Right.
hear.
Right. No facts. And what go back to what you just said. Like, when you're putting out a song, you don't really know if it's gonna hit, how the public is gonna receive it. So, but when you're doing the work and you're saying to yourself, "Boy, that tune is so good. It can do something. Can hit."
Mhm.
But and there's times when you put out a song, the one you probably least expect is the one we hit. I mean,
Yeah.
said, "Me like that song there." I was like, "Whoa." I was like, "Man, I forgot to learn this now." Yeah.
Wow. You're
Yeah.
right. You're right. And the thing about these records too is I always try to clarify with the masses when we talk about it. When I say favorite songs, we're not talking
Hmm.
about biggest tune either, because we
Right.
know the classics, right? And
Right.
the big songs and the songs that are a hit and a success on radio, there's songs that are hit and success on the charts, and they're the ones that are hit and success, commercially, sales wise.
Right.
But
Right.
there's some songs, some B-side songs, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Some track number nines on the albums that
Right.
connect people some special ways.
True. And
And
that's
that's
and that's the beautiful thing about a album, or
mhm,
or maybe a single, and it have a B side. You know what I mean? So everyone has their preference and what song they like. You know what I mean? So you do, like you said, you do have those songs that hit big.
mhm,
Some songs can hit big instant the minute you hear it, and some take a time for growing people. So, but yeah, I listen. I have albums I've listened to, and I know exactly what you're talking about. We all go through it. We have some songs on there. I'm like, oh man, this song sounds solid. This
right.
one should have go out. you know?
Yep. And
Yeah.
that's something that I realize that because you wear many hats. Um, you wear the hat of the artist, you wear the hat of the, and we'll delve into to those a little later. The hat of the artist, the hat of the producer, the hat of the singer, and of course the business hat too, right? Because
Hmm.
you got to look at it from a label standpoint and all
Hmm.
of that stuff. Uh, we are in what they deem the singles culture, which is not
Yeah.
new because I've heard an interview recently, Dermot Hussey's podcast, and he was talking to Rita Marley back in the early 90s, and they were saying it back then, it's a singles culture. But no, we're saying it like it's new. It's always been
Hmm.
that way. But
Right.
there's an appreciation for a full body of work that's able to tell a story, right? From start to
True.
finish and so forth. Talk to me a little bit about, because you've dropped albums. I mean, many people have a lot more singles and less albums. How many albums do you have, Kashief?
Um, this album right now, the latest one, makes 13
You know
13
the
albums
most
I have.
13?
Yeah.
Dang. You know what's disappointing though, Kashief?
What?
I ain't even get a feature, a verse, or nothing. You know what I'm saying? 13 albums deep. You know what I'm saying? Not a verse, not even give me a triangle, make it bing. You know what I'm saying? I look at tambourine shit. Nuh-uh. Yeah, right. 13 deep. Listen.
Yeah.
Is it safe to say you're a project type artist? You like the stories, the completion of a start to finish kind of a vibe?
Yeah, for sure. Look at it like you're reading a book.
Mhm.
I mean, you look at the album as like as you're reading a book from top to bottom. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're literally telling a story, or just like if you're watching a movie or a series or something, where it's literally telling you a story from top to bottom. So that's how we approach it, and at the same time too, we approach every song as a hit. You know what I mean? So I know sometimes I've heard people say that, that song that can go on there is an album song. What does that mean? It's an album song. I know the approach always is do a song where you want to make hit. You know what I mean? So yeah, but yeah, you're telling a story
Mm.
basically.
Right. Which you can. It's a little. It's difficult, I should say, not a little, but it's difficult to accomplish that with a one
Yeah,
song or a two
yeah,
song. And we're not opposed to the rhythm thing, because again, stuff like even the first cut, which everybody talks about, right? That came out on a compilation project, right? Nice and rough
Yeah.
vibe. So you're accustomed to that too, and you know the purpose and the relevance of that. But an album is something you can't compete with. So
I mean, yeah, true. Especially when you have more than one hit on the album.
yeah,
So
that's the goal.
yeah,
That's the goal. And I
yeah,
to love
exactly.
on, and yeah, I like it. You know what I mean? I like it. I like it. Now, when I was 5 years old, Kashief, I tried to tie my shoes lace, make sure it's right. I had it not down to a science, but I was trying to tie it and make sure so it can stay. You were in the studio from them age. Talk to me a little bit about your early experiences. How did this journey of music start for you?
Um, it started even before 5 years old. Being at the studio, I I could go as far back as 2, 3 years old.
Wow.
I can remember quite a bit. One thing I do remember a lot being around many artists,
Mhm.
and Barris, sorry, Barris Hammond was one of them. And how this whole thing started really was, from what they told me, that I hummed a melody that they forgot. You know, they
Right.
literally forgot the entire song. One of his hit songs too back then, in the early '80s, and it was from there. Like Barris was saying, record the youth. So
Right.
my first actual single was at age 5, titled "Live with Love." And I
Mm,
know a lot of people don't know that and don't know that song.
right.
So yeah, and then from then on, I did another song at age 7. After that, moving to the U.S., I didn't really do much at the time until moving to Florida, from New York to Florida.
Mhm.
And then my father decided to build his own studio, and
Right.
then that's when things started off. And then I did a few singles. And then I did one album before my actual first album, which is Trouble Free. But I
Mhm.
did an album prior to that, titled Push for Your Goals, and it's an album based off of, pushing kids for education, like that. So, and then First Cut came about, and did not know that it was gonna be this huge song. So the first show I performed it on was in New York, and the reception was unbelievable. So now everywhere I go, I have to sing that song. I know for sure I have to sing it. So
So that's pretty much the song that you cannot leave the venue without.
no, no, I if I do that, that's not good, man. I can't do that.
It's gonna be a problem.
Man,
It's gonna be a
yeah,
problem.
yeah, I can't do that.
I love that. No,
Man,
you mentioned the first project and stuff like that, and there was a focus on that. That's the one thing I really dug, is that sometimes when artists come out, especially when they have the vocal talent that you do, oftentimes the entities behind them try to push them to where the market is, which is normally a little bit more grown than they are, right? The
mhm,
first
mhm.
recordings I heard from you, you were speaking to your peers, you're speaking to your youth. I don't want to embarrass you no more, but I got the videos lined up if you want me to pull them. You know what I mean? For some of them, some of them video there. Just say the word, I got you. But I do appreciate the fact that you were speaking to your peers and your age group, because I always think that that's very, very necessary versus trying to turn a 10-year-old or a 9-year-old into music for a 20-year-old. You know what I'm saying? Which
Mm,
done.
mhm.
We talk about first cut and we talk about songs like those. Let's talk first cut for a little bit. When you recorded that, give me the history of that one. Where you is it a song that you chose? Is it a song that you liked? What was it? What was the story behind first cut?
No, my father picked that song. All he said is, "Sing this song."
Mhm.
That's all I heard him say. Sing this song, learn it and sing it. And
Right.
I mean, I listened to the words and stuff, and I kind of had some idea of what it was talking about. But to be honest with you, in them early time, I singing um wasn't my thing at that time, at that early age.
Mhm.
I love being around the studio. You can't get me away from the studio. But when I hear my father say sing, I was like, you know. But and not all the time, sometimes, because my mind, I just wanted to go play with my friends, and go play basketball and things like that. So, but first cut, when I did that song, I actually liked it, you know, and it didn't take that long to record.
Mhm.
And you know, the you know, history is there, man. You know, it speaks for itself now for over 20, almost going on 30 years now. So, you
Wow.
know, I have to give many thanks for it, you
Right,
know,
right,
because
right.
it wasn't, if it was not for that song, what time is
Sure.
it now? Like 7:40. I would not be talking to you, Mr. G. Cole.
Ladies and gentlemen, well, we said legendary stuff and classic stuff. We're talking about
I would have given you all my heart.
iTunes. Yeah. So get your own. That's mine. Get your own. All right. Now, again, we're talking about legendary stuff. You know, when a lot of artists get the opportunity to get a song like this, a hit like this, a song with the with the prehensibility like this, capturing the whole world. Oftentimes they're 20 years in their career searching for this for a long time. You know what I'm saying?
True, true.
You had this major hit early, way early. How old were you when you recorded and released First Cut?
Um, oh man, I maybe before I was a teenager. Um,
Wow. Wow.
yeah,
So like early high school vibes.
like yeah, before high school, man. Like middle school.
Huh? And that's
Yeah.
why I gotta give props. Discipline is discipline, and that's one thing I've noticed about you. You're a very disciplined individual. Because you're one, Kashief. Big and serious. Me not tell no. G Cole. I'm a mama's boy. I was raised properly too. You know what I'm saying? But G Cole, First Cut, right? Me, 12 years old. Let's just say, and that's my song. Hit on the radio. You can't tell me nothing. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
Ladies, I'm not wearing no shirt. I will never wear a shirt again. You know what I'm saying? I be rolling in the teacher's lounge. I ain't me no want to see a young girl, bigger man thing. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a problem. How did this
Hey,
song affect you when you release First Cut? Because you're a singer, you're accustomed. You see the artists around you that have accomplished their own stuff. But how did First Cut affect you?
um, ugh, in a big way, man. Because like I said, when I first performed the song in New York, the response I got, you know, I had to pull up the song like several times, you know,
Wow.
and then that's just that one show. But when I started getting more shows now and seeing the response, that time it really hit me. I was like, wow, I'm like, a lot of people know this song, you know. So like I said, it hit me in a big way. Like, hey, I need to take this thing a lot more seriously. You know what I mean? Because like I was saying before, that you know, singing wasn't the thing I wanted. That was my go-to thing at first. You
Mhm.
know, and I always hear my father would say, if you don't use it, you'll lose it.
Right,
You know,
right,
he preached that to me for years. You know, so down the road, years past, you know, I said, I need to really take this thing a lot more serious. You know what I mean? So you know, I don't want to jump the gun because another song I was gonna say, but I'll wait for that after. But yeah, yeah. The impact it was very strong, you
Mhm.
know, and it does motivate you to want to do more. You know what I mean? So
Right,
that I have to give credit, obviously, to my father, you know, for pushing me,
right,
always pushing me and cussing me too. So
right.
which was needed, you know what I mean? So I do appreciate of that. So that the impact is huge, man. Even till today, you know. You know, I'll say one thing: if you have one song and don't have any more, and it's a huge song,
Mhm.
give thanks for that one song because you couldn't have none.
Right, right, right,
You
right,
see what
right.
I'm saying?
True.
So I'm just saying,
I feel
even
you.
if it's just one,
Right.
you know, give thanks for that.
Wow. I dig that.
Mm,
And we speak about pops. We're talking about the legendary Willie Lindo. You're talking about Willie Lindo, who's produced major hits for your favorite artists and your favorite artist, right? So I always wonder in a case like yourself, Willie is Willie Lindo, right? But then
hmm
pops for you, he's dad, right?
Yeah.
You're around all of the talent, all the greats, all of his work. Do you ever are you ever awed, sit back in awe of the things that he has accomplished? Or his dad, can I get some money? You know what I mean? I brother,
No, no, no,
I need some
no,
ice cream.
no, no. He said, "Can I get some money?" No. I am though. Well, that's why I said like going there early.
Hmm.
I'm from Jamaica, and before I migrated to the U.S., it's even that young age. Um, it was hard to explain at that time, but I could see his gift even
Hmm.
from that early age, what he could do and what he can bring out of people. You know what I mean? The artist. Like oh man, I didn't know I could do that. He has that
Right.
gift to bring the best out of the individual in his craft.
Right.
Um, you know, his that's what his gift is very powerful, man. I'm telling you, and he's very humble with it. You
Right.
know, and like I said, I have to give thanks for that. I really have to give thanks for that because it molded me into the artist that I am from that time until now.
Right.
So
I dig that.
I don't know what more to say.
I dig that. Is it a challenge? Because when we talk about my kid, I remember when she wanted to play every instrument. I want to play guitar. Okay, I'm gonna buy the guitar. When it becomes work, she bounced, right? Oh, I want to play piano. Bought our keyboard. When it becomes work, she bounced. I want to do vocals. Okay, do vocal lessons. When it became work, she bounced.
Yeah.
Is how is that dichotomy? How is it balancing? This is my producer who is just as tough on me as he's going to be on any one of the major artists that walk to the studio versus this is dad. Is it a challenge to balance the two?
Um, at when I was younger, in the earlier time, it was a little bit, you know what I mean? Because there were times I felt like I was kind of being forced to do it, but I
Mhm.
know that wasn't really it still. So because like I said, it wasn't something I wanted to do,
Mhm.
at first.
Mhm.
But um after a while, you separated, you got to know that, producer, father at home. You know what
Right.
I mean? So in the earlier stage, that phase didn't last too long.
Right.
So I learned to separate it myself. You know what I mean?
I got you.
So pops at home, produce at studio. The two P them not
Right.
going in one place. So yeah,
I feel you. I feel you. And I always wonder too, when you're the teacher's kid, the expectations are higher for you. You're expected to be more disciplined at school. Not only are you expected to be more disciplined at school, you expect to be, let's call it a spade brighter than the average kid because your mom's is a teacher, you know what I mean? Or the principal or whatever the case may be.
Mhm.
Have you ever had that pressure or you feel like that pressure's on your shoulder? Like, yo, I'm Willie Linda's son. I have to do certain things and do certain things at a certain level.
To be honest with you, I didn't feel that pressure at all.
Mhm.
I didn't because my mind wasn't focused on that. Yeah, in them time that when I would go in and sing or do background vocals for other artists back in those times,
Mhm.
he said, "Come do this or do that." I'll just go in and then just leave.
Mm,
Back then, you know what
right,
I mean?
right.
So it was nothing for me to just go in and come out at that time. And until like I said, I took it more serious. Then I would be more in the studio, when the engineer is mixing and stuff like that. So, but I didn't feel no pressure from that, none, to be honest with you. And I'm grateful for that because I know that would have been tough.
Right.
That would
Right,
have
right.
been tough. Yeah,
Sitting on at the dining table up hold
yeah.
eat your peas. I feel I feel you. I feel you. And you mentioned that at the get-go, you're just a kid doing your thing. It's not like you woke up, I just want to sing. If Kashief Lindo wasn't singing hits across the world, what would you be doing? What do you think?
Yeah, at that time, back then, basketball, man. It
Mhm.
was all about basketball for me at that time, in the early 90s. And that's all I did, live, eat, and breathe basketball. If it wasn't the studio, it was basketball.
Right.
Basketball. But people would look at me and say, Charlie, you're too short. Yeah, I was short, but I'll give you problems. You know what I
Cool,
mean?
man.
On the court.
Cool. Listen, my jumper is
I'll
miserable.
give I'll give you problems on the court. But you see, with me, I love the challenge though.
Right,
That's
right,
the
right,
thing with me. I may stay quiet, but I'll display it. You know what
right,
I mean? So you won't hear me say any words, but I'll display it. So
right,
next time when they do play basketball with me again, they say, watch out for him. You know?
right.
So
Right.
they ain't test me like that again.
I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah,
So,
man.
so you moved to the US. You already are a recording artist. You already got an album under your belt. You already have First Cut, which is again a major song. In and outside the age group, those people your age group would be familiar with it. The bigger people would be familiar with it. And then you come here. Of course, school's a must. You know, what I mean, education's a must. Was it a challenge balancing while no, you're in school? Was it a
Mhm.
challenge balancing Kashief Lindo, the artist, versus I'm trying to pass these classes and I'm just trying to be another student?
Um, it wasn't a challenge. Because for me, well, school was school. I made sure I did my homework. And there were times I missed some, but but I'm just being honest. And funny that I didn't even mind it. I just wanted to be at the studio. So,
Right.
but there were times like if I know I had a show coming up,
Mhm.
it wasn't frequent, but I remember missing school for maybe like 1 or 2 days the most.
Mhm.
So, but like I said, it wasn't a pressure for me. I handled it pretty well, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? So there was no pressure at all.
Nice, 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 nice. Now,
Hmm.
when in life in general, there's certain words, certain phrases, certain statements that will bring something out of you, but just emotional. You were there at a certain time when something happened. Certain things stick and stay in your mind. So I'm gonna say a couple phrases. I'm gonna say a word or two, and you just tell me what it means to you. Um, Heavy beat. When I say heavy beat, what does that mean to Kashief?
Um, Positive vibration,
Mhm.
heavy positive vibration. That's the first thing come to mind.
Wow, wow. And that's home studio. Do you? I know you've done a lot of recordings by Heavy Beat. Have you done a lot of recordings outside of Heavy Beat?
I have. I haven't done a lot, but I've done some. I've done for Joe Frazier,
Hmm.
um, Boot Camp Stable. That's Computer Paul.
Hmm.
There's a few I don't remember, but it wasn't that much though. So, and I actually did something for Barris a while back, but that's not released yet.
Does it feel
Actually,
different?
sorry, say it again.
Does it feel different recording outside of the home outside of home court, or is it just business as usual?
No, just business. Most time, like when I record for other stables, I do it at Heavy Beat and
Uh,
just send it back to them. So they'll
okay,
send the track and I'll record it there and then send it back to them.
so you're still
Yeah,
comfortable.
but yeah, and I've recorded other places too, by the great Carl Peterson, and actually at Barris's studio, I recorded there. So that was fun and
Nice.
different.
I can imagine. I can
Yeah,
imagine. Wow.
yeah.
And we talk about legends. You've seen them all come through, but a lot of times when I talk to people, I always say they're enigmas. You know what I mean? They're people who are anomalies. They don't come. A Barris Hammond doesn't come around more than once. You know what I mean? A Willie
Yeah.
Linda is not going to come around more than once. Talk to me a little bit about the influence and even just being a part of some of those sessions and seeing what's going on with a like of a Barris Hammond.
Barris, to me, um, from as I was a kid, that's all I would sing in the house
Mhm.
was his songs. When they put the turntable on with
Mhm.
his record that my father produced with him, I would sing the songs, know them. For
Wow.
me, Barris, his voice is very unique. He has a very strong voice and the passion behind it. You know what I mean? So when hearing him, I don't think of Barris as a reggae artist. As I say, is a singer that he sings reggae music. You know what I mean? Because I have him across the board in all genres. That's
Wow.
just me saying
Right.
that. So yeah, man. And for my father now, like I said, um, there's not enough words I can express to tell you how fortunate I am
Mhm.
to have him as a producer, or more so as a father. I
Right.
mean, the guidance I've gotten from him from that time, even till now as a grown man, I'm still getting some guidance. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm blessed.
Wow.
That's all I
Wow.
can say. I am truly blessed.
Can't
You
say much more.
know? No, no.
Feel you. I feel you. You know, we talk about certain songs and the magnitude of them, and a lot of times they can be hostage. They can hold you hostage to when it comes to music and a lot of other things that we accomplish in life. Fans and consumers of the music or the product, they have a tendency sometimes to put a shelf up and they put something on the shelf, and no matter what you do, you can't surpass it. And we're not talking about just commercial sales and whatever the case may be. Just that's the bar. And no matter what else you do, but the truth is, you have other crazy, 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 crazy.
I'm just a man. Check it out. What you want me to do, woman? Sit and worry over you. No can do.
I hate that. I got iTunes. Get your own subscription. So I'm just saying that song right there. Here's what I say about singers all the time. I always feel like we got radio records, right? We have the album records. And we also have, from a strategic standpoint, and then we have in our culture, we have what we call a big tune. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those are for the dance hall. Those are for, like I mentioned earlier, the dance hall session, lights are dim, and anytime it pull up, when you play it, you got to pull it up 10 times. You know what I mean? Be careful too, because gunshot got to go off into the ear. First Cut's not the only one that demands that kind of respect and that kind of attention. No Can Do is another one. Talk to me a little bit about this song, how it came about.
Yeah. No Can Do came out a few years after First Cut, maybe like about 5 years after. And what I love about the song, it's an original song my father wrote, And to tell you the honest truth, there was a song before First Cut on the same rhythm that my father wrote first, and then I voiced that one, and then him come up with the song, No Can Do after, and him say sing this one.
Right.
Then I remember him bringing a few other people in to listen and say, okay, which one sound better to you, the first one or the second one? All of us said the second one.
Which was not No Can Do.
No, it was No Can Do.
It was No Can Do. Okay.
Yeah, the first song wasn't No Can Do. The second song was No Can Do on the same rhythm. So we all said it same time with no hesitation.
Right.
And then, at that time, Anthony Cruz was there, and he also had a big song on there called Just Call My Name. And we had the Heavy Beat Crew tune on it too that did something. All those 3 songs did something very, very big,
Right.
And but yeah, that is another song right there with First Cut, And like I said, I just love it because it's an original song, And I didn't know how big it was. Same thing with First Cut when I perform it on stage. It's like, oh, I said, okay, another one. I got so hey, this is good. I got 2 and some other ones, but this one was right there with it, So I like I said, man, I'm just blessed.
Because we don't get that. A lot of people don't get 2. People go through their entire careers with a steady, solid career, but they don't have that one, even that one monster, let alone 2. Was there any farmer? Ooh, I get the man. I'm getting the monkey off my back. I'm the sophomore jinx is out the window. Was it any of that?
Like I said, I didn't feel pressure like that. I look at it like this. I know I was in great hands with my father.
Right.
I put it like that. I know when he's in production mode, in my eyes, I can see him do no wrong. It's almost like there's no kryptonite for him.
Wow.
So I had all my trust in him, literally. So I didn't worry, in terms of that, So it wasn't nothing like that for me.
I gotcha. Now, a lot of artists, and rightfully so. I mean, we got to stay relevant. We got to do all of the stuff we need to do. A lot of artists stay out there pumping out music and so forth. the phrase I use is I don't see you put out idle music. It's almost like if you ain't got nothing to say, you're not putting out music, right? Versus I gotta make sure there's a song because you know how I call it dilute the culture of reggae music by drop a song today. And unlike other genres and other cultures where they take the moment, take the time to put that record out, push that record, promote that record, support that record, and make that record into a record, right? We sometimes don't do that. If a song come out Monday, the DJ wants another one by Thursday, but you are not
Yeah.
necessarily doing that. Talk to me. How do you get around that? Because I know when you have hits like you do, people are coming at you left, right, and center for a song. I'm sure producers sending you joints too, saying, "Hey, can you voice for me?" But is there a concerted effort on your part to not necessarily saturate the airwaves with Kashief Lindo music?
Um, I would say it go off of a vibe, a certain energy.
Mhm.
Like for example, like putting out singles versus albums, right? Like you put out a single. We don't necessarily say there's a particular time frame um when the next single's supposed to come out. It's just something, yeah, within will tell you, you know what I mean? To
Mhm.
say, okay, we're going to drop out this next one now. So and I know what you're saying with when they do their production, they take their time
Right.
and get it to the point where they like it, and they'll
Right.
put it out. And that's the same thing with us too, because there's many songs that that's recorded that they're on the shelf,
Right.
and they've been, you recorded it for like maybe 10, 15 years ago. So
Right.
I know all artists go through that. So that's that's nothing new,
Right.
so but boy, Gico, what the question slipped my head. What was it? What was the question again?
Do you make a concerted effort to not drop songs every other week, or and I'm exaggerating when I say every other week, but you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
no,
Is that a concerted effort on your
but
part?
you're not lying though.
Mhm.
I mean, they sometimes they'll drop one every other week or every other 2 weeks or a month. So I mean, once or twice I've heard that.
Mhm.
Unless their plan was to, you know, drop one and then drop one 2 weeks after. I mean, me personally, I mean, to each his own. Us now, like I said, there's not a certain time frame
Right.
where you say, okay, you drop the album now this day, and then a year from now you drop another one, and nothing's wrong with that. You know what I mean? So it's just a certain vibe and energy. You know what I mean? So
Gotcha. Gotcha.
yeah.
When it comes to music, there's different markets that you try to put the music out to. You will even notice artists make a certain type of music. Sometimes I can tell which market they're going for. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And then
Mhm.
of course, we have music that goes out, and certain artists just have a connection with certain places. Where in the world? And I know the music is loved and enjoyed everywhere, from from Africa to Europe and the UK, the Caribbean, the US. We're talking about Asia and the Far East, but some artists have a stronghold certain places where there's just a specific sweet love and a sweet spot that they've got over there, and those people got for them. Where in the world is Kashief Lindo's sweet spot musically?
Hmm. Oh wow, it's a good question. Um, to my knowledge, just one place you ask, or more than one?
No, it could wherever.
Okay. I know Japan for sure.
Hmm.
Um, I've heard in the UK, very strong over there in Europe.
Right.
I've heard Africa too. Just finding out a few years ago when I went to Grenada, when I performed there.
Mhm.
Wow.
Wow,
I
they're
think I
loving
think
Kashief over there.
the funny, I don't know if I should say this. You might go make fun of me with this, but
I
let
won't, I
me.
promise.
No, I don't trust you. I don't trust you with that. You heard you say it a while ago. Hold on, put yourself back on the screen, man. Don't don't isolate me.
Hmm?
Yeah,
What?
you
You said,
heard G-Code say, yeah, I promise.
I promise. I never do that.
No, when I went to Grenada, and they don't know what I look like,
Mhm.
so some people thought, Kashief Lindo was a female because of my voice.
Right, 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 right.
Yeah, when they saw me, oh, it's not a woman. We said, no. So, so you see,
Well, there. Well,
you see.
Hold on, Kashief. Hold on. What thing?
Touchdown in Montego Bay, heading to Ocho Rios.
I'm sorry, I had to do that. Go ahead. Go ahead.
See you. You know. All
Just
right.
man.
Let me skip that. Then. No, so
That never happened. That never happened.
went to Grenada. Yeah, that gone fast. um, when I was on stage, and I have to say this was the first time I've seen this performing. When I got off stage, they called me back on, did the song, the same song. It was the first cut.
Mhm.
Come off the second time and said, no, come back on. I had to sing the same song again.
Wow.
Third time, no, I come off.
Mhm.
No, you have to come back. I said, oh wow, sing the same song again? I said, all right. Then now, a woman in the crowd for the longest time, because I remember in one of the songs I was singing, I see her pointing up like she wanted to come on stage. So I called her up on stage now. So I did a song called I Want Me Somebody, because it's been a while since I performed that song, for years, you know, and I performed that song there in Grenada because, again, it almost like Japan, they said I have to do this song. So it was the same thing like, you know, when I was in Grenada, certain songs they said I have to do. I said, okay, no problem. When I did that song, when I tell you the energy, she started the first verse, then I did half of the first verse, and we both sang the chorus. It just happened natural. That was a great feeling, man. The crowd went nuts and pulled up the song, and then we had to do it again. And then that's how I came off the stage.
And this is Grenada.
But Grenada, yeah.
Wow.
It was beautiful, man.
That's a big thing, you know, because for some reason, I think a lot of times with not necessarily just artists, but I think with fans and the consumers of the music, sometimes we assume that because we're Caribbean nationals and we are from the Caribbean, that we are, you know, the diaspora is our safe bet and the Caribbean is our safe bet. You know, a lot of artists, I feel like, yo, if me not get nothing else out there, at least me have the Caribbean. But the truth is, not so. I feel like there are very few artists that can be sustained by the diaspora. Barris Hammond to me is one of the few that the diaspora, if he never performed for nobody else but the diaspora, he'd still be good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's an achievement when the Caribbean community and even our own embraces us, because it's a challenge and a lot of times they don't. So I definitely,
That's true.
that's definitely an accomplishment.
Yeah, it is.
No, you wear so many hats, Kashief. You are, in my intro, I mentioned singer, songwriter, producer, right? Musician. When did you start paying serious attention to that side of the music, being the production side of the music?
It was in my early teens. When I my father bought me a keyboard, and you know, self-taught, I just went on it to learn the chords and stuff like that, just all up in my head, you know. And I remember making my first track, which was the Real Rock. So that's the first track I made on my own.
Wow.
And I played it for my father, and he's like, "Oh wow," he's like, "It sounds good."
Right.
And then got the Akai MPC drum machine, you know. Then I learned from Carl Peterson how to use it, and then from Carl Peterson, Computer Paul, and Computer Paul to Sly Dunbar, you know, from Sly and Robbie. And I got into that really quick. I loved it, you know, got into the production side and making the tracks. And then I ended up start making some tracks on my earlier albums, you know. So I know a lot of people don't know that. So, and then it became a thing now, where I started to do it more frequent. And you know, grow a love for it, man. And the songwriting part, I've done a um few songs I've written, not many. More so on that side is more so the composing, like the melody. You know, that's really my strong point. You know, it's easy for me to come up with the melodies quick, you know. So and yeah, you know, here I am now doing a lot of these works for not just myself, but for clients and things like that. So it's a blessing, and at least I have something else to fall back on
Right.
whenever I decide to not sing anymore. But that's not gonna happen anytime soon. So so I got a lot more left in the tank, you know. So
Yo, baby, man. Like I tell you, you came out of high school. You know, athletes that come out of high school. You know what I'm saying? So we got to go for a championship to go after.
hey.
And you mentioned, you know, we got the production, we got the songwriter, we got all that. Where are you most comfortable? On the stage, in the booth, or behind the boards? Where are you most comfortable?
Ooh, that's a good question. Oh man. Wow, more comfortable? Mm, it's how can I say it? It's they're all different.
Mm-hmm.
In the studio, the thing with it in the studio, like when you're recording, whether if I'm singing or you know making tracks, you
Right.
know, there's no time frame versus on stage. You know what I mean? Like when you go up there, you sing for 30 minutes or whatever, and it's live. That's a
Mhm.
completely different energy altogether, because your mind goes in a completely different mode
Right.
when you're singing live or performing live versus the studio. So in terms of, I would say it's a different comfort, if that makes sense.
Right.
You know what I mean? So there's no time frame in the studio. You know what I mean? If you
Right.
make something, you can stop for a minute or two or 30 minutes, or maybe not even go back to the next day.
Right.
Can't do that on stage.
Nope. Nope.
You know, I can't
Boy,
say, hold on, give me 5 minutes and I'll come.
it ain't gonna happen. Especially,
No, no,
especially not for our audience. Nah,
no, exactly.
yeah,
No, that
unforgiving.
can't work. No. True, true.
I still,
True.
I still don't know where you're most comfortable on. I noticed that you
No,
ain't trying to
no,
put
I'm
nothing
gonna tell you.
on.
No, I'm gonna tell you. Man, I like both. Man, that's kind of hard to answer, man. I like both of them. They're both different.
It's like choosing one of your kids, right? Which one of my children I love the most?
There you go. Yeah, they're different.
Right.
They're comfortable
One of them
differently.
ugly. But that's a different
But wait, what you just said?
so what are you picking up ugly?
What?
That one. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
You,
They don't all come out looking the same. But you know, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. No, Kashief, you've traveled the world, you've performed the music all over the world. I asked her earlier, where do you think are based on the metrics, are based on, you know what I mean, the reception, where do you think has a nice love and appreciation for Kashief Lindo? And we've identified this a bunch of different places. Where out of the places that you've gone to perform have you just loved? You know what I mean? That you had there's been a connection with you and that audience. The rest of them not vex, or we can them up. No, they're not vex. But where do you have a nice connection with audience wise?
all of them have a nice connection, man. It kind of go back to what you just asked before.
Right.
so so Malika, you slip that one and you still
She run
no, 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 they all have a special place, you know what I mean? Like I said, the energy is different. But one thing they have in common, the reception is positive, you know what I mean? So I more look for that than anything, you know. And you know, funny thing too, even if the audience is just sitting there quiet listening,
Mhm.
you know, some people may tend to think that, you know, it didn't go well, but you can't say that, because some people just like to sit and listen,
Right.
you
Right.
know. So I don't pay attention to that. I just make sure I do my best on stage, and hopefully I leave a positive impact on them, you know. But every place, to me, like you said, you know, which kid is, you know, I'm not gonna say what you say
I'm just saying, man.
about what they said. No, you
Old
said
Timmy ain't
about
looking right, you know?
yeah, man. But
Yeah.
no, man, all of them hold a special place, you know. So
I
yeah,
got you.
man, that's my answer. Yeah.
I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. Um, again, I love talking to people like yourself because you're tenured in the business. You've seen some things, right?
Mhm.
You've seen the change in the industry, and this industry, unlike many others, most industries change, but this one changes like the weather. It vacillates. It's left today, it's right tomorrow, and sometimes you're preparing and planning for something, and just when you get the plans done is when stuff changes, right? You've been at it for a minute. Tell me something that you just love about this industry. And when I say industry, not music at large, but specifically reggae music. Tell me something you love about the reggae music industry.
Um, I like the vibe. I like how our culture is in terms of, the patois. How we talk and how we can come up and make up words out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying, what does that mean? But when you do say it in a sentence, you can understand, which is the strangest thing. You
Right.
just say anything out of your mouth and you can understand what it means. I think that's a that's a heck of a power to have, man. That you could do that. Um, I just love the energy. And you said not the music. You said right,
Right.
just
The genre,
okay.
the reggae industry.
Yeah, man. It's how can I not mention the music though? G Cole.
Well, but no. I'm saying not the music industry at large, but the reggae music industry.
Okay, yeah. For me, the music is different.
Mhm.
To me, how I see reggae music, it stands over here,
Right.
and this is just me. This is just
Right.
me,
Right.
and others stand over. That don't mean say it's better than any genre. No, it's
Right.
different. What I love with the music, reggae music, is that when you do like a lovers rock or like a ballad, or let's say if you're doing a cover song and you do it over in reggae,
Mm-hmm.
and you hear how it sounds,
Mm-hmm.
and you hear that bass line just a bubble. What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yo, it
A
have
different
such
feel.
a groove.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, especially if you throw the one drop with that.
Woo, woo.
Oh man, it done.
Feel good.
It feel really good.
Feel good.
Your belly full.
It feel good. I understand exactly what you mean.
Yeah, it really have something different, and I can see why the whole world, love it as
Mhm.
it is. You know what I mean? So even like going through times now when certain things change, like what you were saying before,
Mhm.
um, I personally wouldn't change it or go too far because nothing wrong with experimenting and trying some different things to incorporate with it.
Right.
But when you go too far with it, if it
Mhm.
don't line up with it, it can create something like, I'll use an analogy with food.
Mhm.
I've been using this for a while now. So it's like fast food.
Right.
You don't have the right, well, not say right ingredients. It's just everything is happening quick with it,
Right.
right? And then fast food.
Mhm.
But when you have a home cooked meal with the right ingredients and nourishment,
Right.
you get what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Yeah.
Hungry right now. I mean, I'm getting a little hungry. So we're gonna switch. Yeah. Messing
So
up.
hold on, you didn't eat nothing before you start, man?
It's just been a busy day. It's been a busy day. You know what I mean? So I made my coconut water going around it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
well, I made sure I ate something, and I have my water. I'm not gonna call any names, but a certain person called me a few hours before, and I know they're listening. And they
Wow.
said, when you go on G Code program, make sure you get your Hennessy.
I don't know why they said that, Kashief. You know my church going, brother. You know me. You know what I mean? I'm practicing reverend.
I
You know,
know they're listening right now, so I know I'm gonna get a call from them after.
man, you're good, man. You're good. You're good. You're good. Now, here's something else I'd love to know, though.
Yeah.
If I give you the keys to the industry, are we talking reggae now? I mean, we listen to everything, but my concerns for the most part are going to be about the development and the maintaining and so forth of reggae music, because a lot of the other genres do well and have done well and they don't need help, right? So, not to say I'm not concerned, but I'm not concerned. But if I'm giving you the keys to the industry, we talk about all the great things and the things we love and the things that move us, right? The things that feed us, the sustenance that we get from it. But if I give you the keys to the industry, what are you changing?
Mm. Um. Well, there are some songs out there that I would say should get, you know, some airplay. You know what I mean? And I would say just to be fair and give people a chance with the music, you know.
Mm.
Um, hold on, I don't mean to stop. Because Jay said alkaline only.
Alkaline water. You know she always pushing alkaline and healthy stuff.
Yeah, man, that's what I drink. Yeah, but yeah, I would change that, you know.
Mhm.
Um, and man, honesty. It I'll say this. There are some songs
Mhm.
I'm gonna really like critique songs 'cause everybody have their preference on what they want to put out.
Right.
But you have some people that are not being honest with the production work or the artist, and they'll just say, yeah, 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 it's song good, put it out.
Right.
You know, you're not helping the artist or the producer with that. You know what I mean? That's one thing I would definitely change in the industry is to just be honest because at the end of the day, you want to see that person prevail, right? And go through.
Right.
So, 'cause at the end of the day, it's a family thing.
Right.
So where is a reggae community is a family thing. So it's not just all of us independent. We're independent in the industry, but at the end of the day, we have to look out for one another.
Right.
So
Right.
so
Feel you.
that part I would change, you know, and just give everybody a fair chance, you know? Yeah.
So the gatekeeper syndrome as well as like the quality assurance in what goes out to the man.
Hey, hey.
I agree. I think that's very important because I think that's one of the things that helps to stagnate and to hold back the music is just the fact that if we're being real from a quality standpoint, we just like we have more churches on every corner in Jamaica than anywhere else. There's more songs coming up from reggae artists than any other genre, and
Mm-hmm.
but the quality is not necessarily up there. And when you put it on, we always say, can we get that mainstream exposure? Can we get that mainstream, vehicle? But when you listen to it, a lot of times it's not up to par with the other stuff, as what we call industry standard. So I get what you mean.
What you said, like the what reggae music not up to par with
No,
with
a lot
with
with the volume of music that comes out, a lot of times you're getting way more volume of music than you are
mhm.
getting quality. And when I say quality, I mean
Right, right.
mix,
Got you.
mastering,
No,
and
got you.
so forth.
Got you. Mm-hmm. No, no. True, true.
No, when I hear the music you do from even again the early songs, the first one
Mm-hmm.
I played and stuff like that, it's evident to me that your musical taste is not just relegated to the genre you exist in, right? Reggae music.
Right,
You can tell
right.
a lot of times that people listen to other things, and sometimes people just
Mm-hmm.
listen to their own thing. Talk to me a little bit about when you're listening to stuff that's not you, when you're not getting ready for a show and you're not listening to some Kashief. Who is in your playlist? Who does Kashief Lindo listen to?
Um, people know Barris is one, but I'll say Michael Jackson was big for me. Um, Stevie Wonder as well, and later on down the road when I start learning about Sam Cooke,
Mm.
I yeah, that's a great great
Jam on
singer.
you.
Oh my gosh,
Oh yeah.
yeah. My father told me listen to this guy,
Mhm.
and I started listening to Sam Cooke. I was hooked, and yeah, and some few others in my playlist. I mean, it's quite a bit, so it's not just even in the R&B. It could be pop, country, a few different genres.
Mhm.
But more time, it would be sorry, it would be Michael. In
Mhm.
my earliest stage, I love listening to Michael Jackson, man. So, you
Right.
know, yeah,
And you did that
man.
tribute album, that right? That full album.
Yeah, I did. And how that album came about, just a few years after when he passed.
Mhm.
I started the album in 2009 when he did pass, like a month or two after.
Mhm.
And that meant a lot to me because, like I said, he was one of the big influence in my life. Was Michael Jackson. So
Right, right.
I had to do it.
I got you. I got you. And when you drive around town and you're in your car listening to the music on the air, whenever we do get on the airwave, because a lot of time we're not up on it. But you don't know when you listen, when you do get a chance to hear reggae on the airwaves, are you happy with what you're hearing?
Yeah, and want me to tell you, the music I'm hearing now from last year till now, man, I don't get a chance to listen as much, but I try to tune in as much as I can. But anytime when I catch something,
Mm-hmm.
Um, yo, some great music coming out of Jamaica, man, and wherever we're based, some
Right.
solid music coming out. I'm telling you right now, man. It really proud to hear what I'm hearing.
Nice.
Yeah,
It's,
man.
it's always enjoyable for me when I hear. It's amazing when I refer to it as an OG. I don't know why. It doesn't feel right. You know what I mean? But when I when I hear the OGs talk about the music that's coming out now, because I think
Okay.
we are so conditioned, not just regular lovers, but people in general. We're generational creatures, and a lot of times
Mhm.
it's not even about the product; it's about us on our selfishness and our preservation of our generation. So I think a lot of times it's tough for people to accept the fact that great stuff is still coming out,
Oh
right?
yeah.
It's
Oh
not
yeah.
inferior to what was our era. So it's always dope to hear somebody like yourself speak on the quality of the works that some people are putting out. Because we always talk about what not good enough. Certain things coming out not
Mhm.
good, but when good stuff come
Mhm.
out, we kind of gotta embrace it. I mean, you're 13 albums deep and a ton of singles deep and a lot of stages deep, right? Is your
Mhm.
creative process still the same?
Um, it's changed a little bit. Um, but not too far off. You know what I mean? My creative process is just like I would say with anyone, it's just based off of a certain vibe. You know, um, when I let's just say I'm ready to do a song or to sing a song, I got to prepare myself first, and based off the lyrical content and what it means, I have to get myself psyched up a little bit to get into the song. And then in terms of the production side, like making tracks now, it varies, um because there's moments where when I'm making a track, there's times like if I hear something quick, I was like, oh wow, I gotta lay this quick before I forget it. And
Right.
then there's other times, you're trying to find something and you're forcing yourself, and that's the thing I don't like to do. That's one thing I don't do is force.
Hmm.
I don't like doing that. There's times it does happen,
Hmm.
and it to me it never come out naturally when you force something. You know what I mean? So I'd rather it to come natural and come out the way there. So yeah, but I mean, it hasn't changed as much. You know what I mean? So
And are you still
yeah.
are you as excited as the album that just came out is Love On, right? And like I said,
Hmm.
13 deep. Are you
Hmm.
as excited going into the studio to create Love On as you are creating the early albums?
Oh, for sure, because this album, there's a wide gap since I've put out my previous album, which was the Michael Jackson album. So it's a 9 year gap.
Wow.
So even though this makes 13,
Mhm.
um, I would say previous years, like making albums within like a year past or 2 years or however it go,
Mhm.
um, I would probably say I could have maybe 17 right now, possibly,
Yeah.
or so, But things took on other priorities within that space, because the album's been in the works for a long time, but
Right.
just never got a chance to finish it, But not before it's time, they say, right? So the time is now, you
I
know.
feel you. And what
Yeah.
I will say for those people who haven't heard the album, the way I describe, because a couple of people asked me about the album, and it's 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 a solid, consistent groove. You can't. This is just my opinion.
Mhm.
Most times, even with your favorite artists, I could tell you the names of some of my favorite artists across the genre. There's a track or two you might skip. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Mhm.
Not to say that you won't come back to it later, or it won't grow on you, but there's a track or two
Right.
initially you might skip. When I put it in, it was I put this stuff in right when I'm soaking music in right now. I do it in my backyard, just chilling on a day when the family's gone and it's just
Right.
me. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I soaked it in from beginning to end. There was no reason to skip anything, and it was solid. It doesn't give me the calculated feel. I don't get the feel like, okay, this song was made for radio. That song was
Right.
me trying to do first cut,
Right.
get a first cut out of it. You know what I mean? Or I know can do out of it.
Mhm.
Talk to
Mhm.
me a little bit about the construct, right? The construct of this album from how it came together to what your goal was in terms of what you wanted to give to the people.
Well, how it came together, a 9 year process. That's the first thing.
Right.
And the funny thing, it it wasn't like how the album structured now. It wasn't planned from that time, years back, what it is now. You know what I mean? Because some songs was recorded from a while back,
Mm-hmm.
and what we did, we revisit some of them and made some changes. You know, nothing major. Um, and at a certain time, um, it ended up when we're listening to the songs now. This album, I would have to say, is the first album I've ever done that is talking about the ladies
Right. Strictly.
from top to bottom. Yeah.
Call them,
So.
call them, man. Come on. For the ladies and gentlemen, here we go.
Oh man.
All I've been seeing are some rainy days, no sunshine, and I'm not too proud to say I heard you, girl. Now it's weighing heavy on my mind.
iTunes, baby. Get your own subscription. All right. It's a big tune. It's a big tune. So, okay. So you were focusing on the ladies on this one.
Yeah. On all the yeah, yeah, it led to that after, So yeah, I was excited about that.
Nice.
That's
Nice,
all I'm
nice.
gonna say.
Cool, man. Cool, man. You know, I always wonder, I say focus on the ladies. And right now, like we always talk about the vacillation of music, right? We talk about the pendulum shifting left, right, and center. Jano started people to play the tune. All right, Jano. All right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh, la, 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 la. Since I went my way, all I've been seeing are some rainy days, no sunshine, and I'm not too proud to say I hurt you, girl. Now it's weighing heavy on my mind. Oh yeah. And I know you might not want to see me right now, but I can't hold back no longer. This love's growing stronger. Girl, I really gotta tell you, coming home tonight. I'll catch a flight in your arms, baby. I'll make it right. Girl,
On the hear me, you know, Kashief thing, a heavy beat thing. I listen, you know what I mean? When Facebook let me, don't can't say anything. On the hear, can't say anything. So, big tune. I love that. I love that song. What I wonder about an artist like yourself, Kashief? There's something I refer to some people sometimes as pure vocalists, right? And some people as pure writers. Just how they deliver what they deliver. There's no fluff. We go straight to it, girl. Like, you know, my girl, you know what I mean? When our girl on beat on the bump. And even from a vocal standpoint, I'd consider you a pure vocalist. Do you ever, especially in today's date where certain things grab the attention of the masses real quick, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think about drop like a big Batikisha tune or nothing like a big, you know what I'm saying? Like a big, I'm just saying, is there ever a time where's there a big booty Keisha song at, Kashief? Talk to me. Does it ever cross your mind? You ever feel like, yo, I need one. I need one of these?
Yo.
tell you now,
Keish, lodge up yourself. We gonna let that one go. Another thing I wonder about, you know, because I don't see a crap load of collaborations when it comes to Kashief. You deliver the thing straightforward, right? But if you were to collaborate with the artist of your dreams, and it doesn't necessarily, I'm not saying your favorite artist, but from a collaborative standpoint, somebody who you think you could connect with, you know, sonically and on a deeper level on music, who would it be?
Wow. Well, person that come to mind right now, I say Pressure Bus Fight.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah,
Bad
I'll say
artist.
Pressure. Yeah, he has a heck of a voice, man.
Yeah.
I really didn't know it until I really penetrated,
Yeah.
lyrics and everything. Yeah, he's one of many, I would say. That's the first thing that popped in my head,
Right.
you
Pressure.
know. Mm-hmm.
Pressure is a
Boss
dope
pipe.
artist.
Yeah,
Pressure.
man.
Dope artist. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking to Kashief Lindo. The album is Love On. And when I say it's a great album, it's a great album. I dig it. I really like it. I was talking to somebody earlier today and I say, how do I judge my albums? I don't get too deep into the production. I don't get too deep into the vocals. I mean, if I'm here to critique, I'm here to critique. But as a
Right.
consumer, which I am, I just look at it as, yo, would I spend my $9.99 here? You know what I'm saying? Or would I spend my 99 cents here? I just someone look on it.
Right.
I'm able to separate the two. And this is definitely something I would go out there, a body of work that I go out there and drop my $9.99. Hence the reason why I got it. So I downloaded the album. You know what I'm saying? What's the feedback been like since you came out with this album? Bump all the hits, all the albums and stuff like that. But Love On, what's been the feedback you've been getting from Love On since you released it?
I've gotten some really great feedback, to be honest with you. It's been we're in now going on almost about 2 weeks. That is almost out, and your response is the same as everyone else. Like listening to the songs, people don't know which one to pick
Wow.
as their favorite. And what I get from that is the intention, like I was saying earlier to you, is that like when you're making an album, we're not making it and saying you have certain songs that's an album song, which to me that doesn't make sense. The intention is to make every song a hit song,
Right.
and then you listen to the song to see if they fit, because believe it or not, lineups are important.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can have the songs can be great, but if you just put songs anywhere on the album, you have to be very careful with that as well. You know what I mean? So, but the
Right.
feedback on it has been, I gotten some great results from it so far, man. I give thanks for that. So,
Nice.
yeah, man,
Nice.
solid.
I dig it. I really, really like the project. And especially in this time where we get flooded with a lot of works. We get a lot of works, right? I can't say I feel the same way about everything that come across, but it's like I tell everybody, it's a solid listen. It's one of them things you put in, you press play and just leave it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's what I dig about an album like this. 9 years is it 9 years in between? You said last album and this one?
Yeah.
All right. As an artist, are you do you sometimes get the itch, yo, I need to drop something, I need to drop something, or are you an organic person in terms of I'm just let it come to me?
No, you gotta let it, like I said, you gotta let it come to you. You gotta be, for me, natural. It has to come natural. And at that time, from that space, I stayed pretty relevant, because I was dropping singles, on some compilations as well. So I never stopped. You know what I mean? It's just that a time and space right there was just only for the album, because I
Right.
put out an EP last year, and I've always stayed consistent and relevant. So,
Right.
but yeah, I let it come organic. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't like to force anything.
Right.
It have to just come when it comes.
I feel you. And we mentioned again, this project was constructed primarily for the ladies, right? So bump the rest of the fans them. How the DMs looking these days? I mean, drop tunes of the ladies. How the DMs looking? We got Instagram, we got Facebook, we got Twitter. How the DM looking these days? We block who for block, so certain people not see. You know what I mean? I just mean right now. I just hit the block button, so they ain't seen none of this. They ain't hearing none of this. But talk to me. How the DMs looking these days since you dropped the album? Please. Kashief, talk to
She's the kind of girl I like to spend a lot of time with. She's the kind of girl I like to spend forever time with. She's the kind of girl I like to spend a lot of time with. She's the kind of girl I like to spend forever time with. Yeah. She's a lovely, lovely girl, living in a old simple world. Don't have a lot of friends, make a little trip every now and then. Wanna knocking on the door. Let her know how I feel. I fulfill her needs, take good care, that's what I mean. I'll give her 100%. Stand by her right to the end. Oh, she's the kind of girl I like to spend a lot of time with. She's the kind of girl I like to spend forever time with.
Now this is a track where I asked about the DMs in the Kashief. That one that sounded to me like one of them tracks that was inspired by DM activity.
Hey, it's Kashief Lindo, knocking on your window, trying to get your attention, ready to mention this love I have is all to me. Wanna give it to you immediately, don't wanna use a strategy. You got to open up naturally, cause there's a thumping in my heart, yeah, yeah. I have a thumping in my heart for you. It's just a kitchen for the stuff.
You see, Julie?
I have a thumping in my heart for you. Hey, it's Kashief Lindo, knocking on your window, trying to get your attention, sounding my intention. With you is where I wanna stay. Give me a chance, be with you right away. I like the way you look at me. It's real what I feel, take me seriously, cause there's a thumping in my heart, yeah, yeah. I have a thumping in my heart for you. It's just a kitchen for a start, yeah, yeah. I have a thumping in my heart, yeah. Hey, it's Kashief Lindo, knocking on your window, declaring my position. I wait on your decision. You fulfill my every dream. I think we're meant to be the perfect team.
Kashief, the people. I want to know about the DM thing. It's not me, I appreciate it. Remember, I am a representative of the people, and this is what you have to understand. I represent the populace, right? That's all I'm here for. So the questions I get to, especially those questions, is really from the populace. But no pressure. We'll get back to it in about 4 minutes. So here's the thing, no, right? When we talk about the music, because we always got to go back to the music. You've been on many stages, like we said, all across the globe. I have my bucket list. Where in the world have you not performed yet? That's on your bucket list of places to go. Bring them the music.
Yeah, that's an easy one. UK.
What?
You see, I was afraid to say it. I was afraid to say it. Listen. You're the like over 100 person to say what? Same reaction, man. Same reaction. They think that I've performed there many times. They're like, you never performed in the UK? I said, no, I've never been there.
Wow. So Tony Clark said, what?
You see.
What? And I'm sure I understand why people react that way. It's because there are certain places that the diaspora is heavy.
Right, exactly.
UK, London predominantly would be,
Yeah, it's very heavy over there, for quite some time. So, but I have a good feeling that it's gonna happen, So,
man,
hey,
I love it.
yeah, man.
I love it. Now, Barry's dropped an album. It might be the last album or the second to last, an album called Never Ending, right? And we're talking about another pioneer, another legend who has an impeccable catalog, a barrage of hits, singles, some albums, and some compilations. But when I spoke to him, I told him that album was his best album, right? And initially, I don't think he took it well. He was like, "Well," he didn't receive it like that, because I think he's also thinking about the catalog. And I'm like,
right.
No, because the process of creating a hit right now in 2021 is different from it was in 1989 and 1999 and even 2009 or whatever the case. The process itself, right? As well as we don't know what's going to be a hit. So I'm not talking about hit records. I'm talking about quality. There's such a thing as a musical scale, not the scale of notes, but the scale of balance. I just think that album would have been the most potent one from start to finish. And I think I want to say the same thing. I haven't listened to every last one of your albums, but I have listened to quite a few of them. And when it comes to music, I think we're taught, whether it be in PR school or whatever, to say, "Oh, this is my best work." You know what I'm saying? But this is just me. I think from a body of work standpoint, this is your best body of work. right? That's just
Wow.
how I feel, right? So again,
Wow.
you're not choosing children here. You're not choosing children, and I would never
Right.
ask you, Kashief, which one is your favorite. What I will ask you though is this, right? Is
Mm-hmm.
if I gave you an old iPad or iPod that only had about 195 gigs of memory and it could only hold about 14, 15 songs, right? That's all you got. Which
Oh.
album are you putting on your iPod and taking it with you? Which Kashief Lindo album? Again, I ain't asking you what's your favorite. I'm just saying, which album are you putting on that 150 gig iPod?
Boy, you can find some ways for just
Oh, no,
twist. Yeah. Okay. Okay. No. Don't do that. Flip the camera back, man. Don't do that. Don't do that. You see, you did it about 3 times. You did that. No.
I
You
don't know what
just
you're
flip
talking
it
about.
on me. You flip the camera on me. No. Whew, um. Oh boy, only one.
150 gigs.
Wait, no.
No, I'm
You said
sorry.
190 something.
Yeah, but I'm you're right. It's 200. Where I made
200
the error,
gigs.
was saying gigs is kilobytes. So that means that we are compressed. So that means it can't hold not much, just 14. That's it. Which Kashief
Kilobytes.
album are we putting on that iPad or iPod?
Well, if you're saying 200 gigs, right?
Nope, kilobytes.
No, I can't fit kilobytes,
No.
man.
We're compressing
Kilobytes.
properly. We're compressing properly.
Then the quality not gonna come out that good.
Yeah, I mean it's all good. You got a nice headphone.
Okay. um. Wow. Mm, boy, that's tough. All right. I'm gonna pick this album, and I'll tell you why.
Mm-hmm.
Um. A title called "We Need Love."
Mm-hmm.
And reason why I picked that one, not because it's my favorite, not saying it's my favorite, but it's my first all original album we did was that, and it's just for that reason. And I mean the great thing about that album, I would say though it did win album of the year at the Reggae Soca Music Awards, which I was not expecting that. So, but not for that reason though. But it's just that was my first.
I'm just saying. If you
You
don't
know,
know, you
but
can ask somebody.
but it is the first original album, and I was really excited to do it.
Right.
So I'll say that one. But it's not my favorite. I'm not calling it my favorite.
Which one would you
I'm
call
not.
your favorite? And since I mean, I understand you don't know,
All
they all are.
all of them, they all hold something different.
Even Big and
So
Timmy. I'm just saying.
you know what, man? I'm walking off. Wait, just threw that in. I had to process that for like 2-3 seconds. I'm like, Big and
I'm
Timmy.
just saying. I'm just saying.
Even Timmy.
Even Timmy. No, I always wonder. The last couple of years have been crazy. Last 2 years have been crazy. COVID and all them things out there. And some people, different things affect different people differently, right? Some people, the situation puts them in a space of focus and then some people, it puts them in a space of not focusing, you know what I mean, with the craziness going on here. How has the current climate affected you? Has it been a positive thing for you? I mean, nothing negative is positive, so to speak, but in terms of music and creativity, how has it affected
To be honest with you, didn't really affect that much because most of the time I do the work from home,
you?
90 something percent of the time. So in that sense, it didn't feel that much different. Um, in terms of the work, you know what I mean? Other than the work, you're going out wearing masks and stuff like that. That's different. I had to get used to doing that. But work, no, it pretty much was the same. So,
Right.
mhm.
And in a time now where things are moving so fast, because I realize in my own life, creating different things, you have all these different hats now, right? So for me to make sure the podcast goes and radio goes and this goes and that goes, it's a little bit of a challenge. Now, the good thing about it is not everything requires creative juices. Some things are just passion, and I just love what I do. We get the opportunity to talk to somebody like yourself. I'm gonna chop it up, right? Now, but when it comes to creative energy, the things around us, the time around us, the space around us, the energy around us affects that, right? In 2021, when things are moving, well, it's been slowed down, but normally speaking, when things move so fast, how do you draw inspiration to be able to create music and create the music I'm listening to right now? Again, you focus on, you say it's about the ladies, but they're carefully and properly crafted songs, right? Not the disposable thing, not the fast food things that we talk about, where it's just,
Right.
you know what I mean? 1 + 2 and do, re, mi, and re, re, re. Talk to me a
Right.
little bit about staying inspired and able to put out love on.
Um, that that the process with this project, like any of the previous projects, um, it pretty much was with the same mindset in terms of positivity. You know what I mean? And
Mhm,
and it wasn't really that much different to tell you, even though how things are moving, as you said, fast now.
mhm.
But we go at our own pace.
Mm.
So I guess that's why the album take that long to come out.
Interesting.
So
9 years.
so yeah, but no man, we work at our own pace, you know. Like I said, um nothing set carved in stone with a timetable per se, you know what I mean? It's just when the time is right for something to come out, it come out. But the energy remains the same, especially, when I work with my father, you know what I mean? So, and putting this album together, like I said, it was several years putting it together. So it just happened to come out at the time it's supposed to. So,
Right. Timing's
and
everything, huh?
hey, time is everything. Time is undefeated. So,
Wow. Wow.
you know,
I dig that.
yeah, man.
I dig that. And
Yeah,
how
man.
excited are you to take it out to the masses? Because I was talking to some artists and they tell me that a lot of artists are in the mindset of recording artists versus performing artists. And then some people are having the cabin fever and bump all that recording. They want to get to the stage and get to the masses. How excited are you or not to go ahead and take this project and, of course, the classics, of course, to the stage for the masses who are going to be loving this as much as I am? How excited are you about that?
I'm very excited, man. For the past for the past few years, I've started to do some shows,
Mhm.
and I was ready to do do have some shows set for last year, but with the pandemic taking place, um, I'm very excited, especially with this project, to perform some of the songs on there, along with the older songs. So it's just a matter of when and where, to introduce it live on stage versus hearing it, being played on every platform. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that, man.
Love
Man.
it. Love on,
Mhm.
ladies and gentlemen. Big, big things. Big, big things. Anytime album bad, ladies and gentlemen, I start speaking an English accent. You know what I mean? If it no wicked, my pot will kick in. But when it's tough, I talk like this. You know what I mean? It's in proper star. I'm not baiting up the situation, but it's in proper. You know what I mean? I'll just sit in the Tony car. It's called Love On.
Love is such a thing, it can make your heart wonder. Feel the joy it brings, it can make you sing. Oh, love is such a thing, it can turn your life around. Even though there may be ups and downs. Oh, love knows no color or class. Knows no partiality. Oh. When you think about it, how sweet it is that all of us can bring the world together in harmony, unity, one love. Oh, love all, bring the world together, and all it takes a little love. Do it, love on, bring the world together. All it takes, little love. Love on through this little hearts, but fear creates a pattern. Put you in a place you just can't win.
Title track, ladies and gentlemen, is called Love On.
Oh, every little bit of positive action will shape this world into a better place.
How did y'all ignore the sweetness of the music?
And no one will be left out in the cold. It's the start of a brand new day.
You're listening to Homegrown with G. Cole. He's got a heart of gold.
Think about it, how real it is. That nations at work can live peacefully through poverty, through nuclear energy. One love,
Kashief, even in a project that's so filled with, we talk about love. And what I like about the concept of love from your vantage point on this record is it's not a one-dimensional thing. We talk about, the romantic love. We talk about the agape love thing and the brotherly love, and it's love for everybody. I like how you spin it and you swing it and you sing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
But that's message, and I think sometimes that's missing from our music, and a lot of singers get away sometimes with not necessarily having to put out more message out there than just baby, baby, baby. You know what I'm saying? Talk to me about how important message is to you in the music that you put out.
It's very important because at the end of the day, again, like we're all one family, you know what I mean? So like I was saying with this album, dedicated to, the ladies, but that particular song is a universal song for everybody, right? So always on my previous albums, always have an inspirational song on every album. That's definitely a must. And even prior to this, like certain projects I've done, I was more so talking about certain issues that's taking place, for the past few years. So, but more on an inspirational note, just respect and love one another, and we just have to have that same mindset to reach that goal. You know what I mean? To achieve, we can achieve a lot by just love on.
I dig that. And again, we talk about you just mentioned again, after a couple that this album's for the ladies, the project is for the ladies. And while the messages come up on the screen and the people do it here, I still get them too on my other devices. And the people still didn't get an answer about the Big Booty Keisha song. Even if it's a remix, right? So is there what's the possibility? I mean, humorous, Kashief. I mean, we want diversity in the thing. You know what I mean? Not one Big Booty Keisha on a song around the corner. Can we get one? Can we get some? No. The remix.
Don't know why you treat me so bad.
Why you treat Anna as a star?
The best friend that I've ever had.
Them some good pressure.
It's entirely in your hand. I kept my promise, so I don't understand why you're holding me responsible for things I did not do. But if you look into this heart of mine, only love for you you'll see, and it's blind. Hope that you will refrain and take the stain off my name. Leave it all behind. And then I don't know why you treat me so bad. Oh, 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 oh. 'Cause you're the best friend that I've ever.
Solid project, Kashief. Solid. Congratulations, first of all. Like I said,
Thank you.
It is one of those things that's dope to put in your collection. Whenever I get music like this, how I know I'm really digging it is when I say to myself, man, this would be dope to have on vinyl. You know what I'm saying? So talk to me. That gonna happen? We're gonna get this on vinyl one of these days?
Maybe.
Yeah?
I know we're doing we're getting ready to print the physical CD right now, as a matter of fact, but the vinyl, that's a possibility. Yeah.
It has that feel. It's there's a warmth.
Yeah.
To it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. For real.
Thanks again, man. Thanks. We need in a time when we get bombarded and this place gets overpopulated with a lot of stuff we can do without. I just want to say on behalf of myself, on behalf of the listeners, the viewers, everybody that's enjoying the project, and we'll go and enjoy it after we're done here. Again, thank you so much because again, it's something that we need. I mean,
Yeah, man. I appreciate love that, man. Yeah, man. Spread
and
love all over.
right, that's what it's about. That's what it's about. And again, we're in a time also where the music is the music, but I think the people need to connect with you and so they can know what's going on, where you're gonna be, when you're gonna be there, and so forth, when the physicals are dropping and whatnot. So drop some social media info for the masses so they can keep up with you.
Yeah. You could check me out on what is it at Kashief Lindo on Instagram. Please don't DM me.
And guess what I said? When Kashief said things like those, ladies and gentlemen. DM. Flood the DM so we can get another album. Come on. My bad. The things stick. So that's Instagram.
Instagram. Kashief Lindo Instagram. Oh man. Kashief Lindo Music on Facebook. You can check it out there. And go to my website, kashieflindo.com. And you can also purchase not just my album, but any Heavy Beat production at heavybeatreggae.com. You could purchase all of Heavy Beat catalog right there on that site. And also on all digital platforms.
Nice. And again, the album is Love On. Tony, we went through a lot of that earlier. So once we get off of here, you can just start from the beginning. You'll hear a lot about those early days and working with Willie and stuff like that. Again, Kashief, dope project. Now you've been talking to me about the album, about everything else. I'm gonna let you for a second just talk to the masses and let them know why they need to get the album. So the floor is yours, bro. Go ahead and do your thing.
Well, simply put, man, positive energy you're gonna get from the album. More importantly, like I said, it's just based on love. Love on, love each other, love yourself first, love each other, and just spread it worldwide. You know what I mean? So, yeah, to get your copy, please. You're gonna full joy it to the max. Yeah, man. See, Miss J. Miss J is always at work, see. Yeah, man. Big up, Miss J.
Yeah, point, not you.
Yeah, man. And Ed, I see her just chewing us and nothing still.
I don't want to say it, Keisha. Listen, again, Joanna Marie, thank you so much. You're dropping a website. She's always on point. If she wants to prove to me how on point she is, though, John, infiltrate the DMs and let her brother know what's going on in there. All right, we can talk about that on the next show. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Kashief Lindo. I'm just saying, let her brother know what's going on.
You see the song? You see the last song that you played? I don't know why you treat me so bad.
It's all love, Kashief. The ladies do too, all right? The ladies do too. If you're gonna drop things like these, albums like these, I mean, it is what it is. I told you how I would react if I did, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Child support, I got turn up. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Kashief Lindo. I don't know why. It's mud.
And then I don't know why you treat me so bad.
Large of the massive on radio listening with us.
You're the best friend that I've ever had.
It's the Selector Large. UK Massive Rubber Ranks Radio. What on?
It's entirely in your hand. I kept my promise, so I don't understand why you're holding me responsible for things I did not do. But if you look into this heart of mine, only love for you you'll see in this blind. Hope that you will refrain and take the stain off my name. Leave it all behind. And then I don't know why you treat me so bad.
Kashief Lindo, ladies and gentlemen. Album is called Love On. It's brand spanking new. It's available everywhere right now for download. iTunes, Spotify, wherever you listen to music, it's there, all right? Call up your radio stations and ask for this one. It ain't just got to be reggae stations. Call any station. If them said them now of it, call again, baby.
Suddenly it all went up in
You call enough, then we get it.
flames. For the life of me, I just can't see how things can turn so quickly.
Thank you all so much for rocking out. Ed Wagwan, Empress Unique Hope, Julianne, Kiki Clementine,
You see my love for you, how bright it
Katie,
is. Let's turn a brand new page. No more blame games.
Tony Carr, Gary, everybody. Melvin, thank you. Kashief, thanks again, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah, man. Much respect, man. We got to do this again.
It's a yeah. Just gotta come with these. I mean, be forthcoming. You know what I'm saying? But it's all right because my people. You know, I got my Russian connects in them. My Russian connects, they run deep. You know what I mean? I just
All right.
that's POV. I need the info. So we getting into the DMs. We're gonna figure out how go on. Yeah,
Good luck with that. Good luck with that, man.
it's all good. Thanks again, bro. I gotta get up out of here, man. But I appreciate you. We gotta do this again and
Yeah,
again.
man.
Let's
Yeah,
still look
man.
on this
Appreciate
one.
love it. Yeah, man. Thank you so much. I just want to give a shout out to everyone for the support over the years, and to you, G Cole. Much respect, man. I love the platform, man. Keep it going. Keep it going, man. So, big up to the Heavy B crew, to my parents, my siblings, everybody. Much love and respect, and just live with love.
Give
Bless.
thanks. Give thanks. Keep
Yeah,
doing
man.
what you do. We love you, bro.
Yeah, man.
Keep doing
Yeah,
the do.
man. Much love, man. Bless
Bless-
up.
bless
All
us.
right, cool. Yeah, man.
Kashief Lindo, ladies and gentlemen, we out.
Nakikinika esta música, Homegrown with G. Cole.
Estás escuchando Homegrown con G. Cole.
您现在正在收听的是 Homegrown with G. Cole.
You're listening to Homegrown with G. Cole.
Suddenly it all went up in flames. For the life of me,
Elijah Melvin.
I just can't see
Thank you all again, man. Appreciate you.
so quickly. But if you look into this part of
Maclita,
you'll see
Donna, Suzette.
you how bright it shines.
Thanks a million.
Let's turn a brand new page. No more blame games. All love is on the line.
EK, thank you so much for rocking out.
It's so
Hope, Elijah, Jorena, Matthew, and Kaden.
Cause you're the best friend that I've ever had.
Brand new album, Love On. Kashief Lindo, get it?
And then I don't know why you treat me so bad.
Yes, man.
Cause you're the best friend that I've ever had.
Peace. We gotta go. Thanks again. And remember, if you haven't yet subscribed to the podcast, please do. Homegrown with G. Cole is available on iTunes, Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, Google Play, iHeartRadio, Radio.com, YouTube, wherever you listen to your podcast, we're there. All right. We listen to some great music. We talk to some great people. Just click on the subscription button. And of course, once you get off of here, please hop on over to YouTube and click subscribe. All right. Click the notification bell also, but click subscribe on the Homegrown with G. Cole YouTube channel. I gotta go.